going on, everybody? It's 40B Nasty. I'm here to show you an update on my tank after 3 days using a product called Reflux from Reef HD. It has 10 capsules in the bottle and it does up to 100 gallons. I have 65 gallons, so I use 6.5 pills. Say if you have 200-gallon tank, make sure you use 2 bottles of this stuff. It's 200 milligram capsules. It's got an active ingredient called Fluconazole, and what you want to do is you want to take some tank water out, about 4 to 6 cups. Take each capsule that you are required for your tank and mix it in with the water in your separate container. Get that dissolved. It'll take about 30 minutes at least. It does not dissolve very well. And all you do is pour it in your high flow areas like your power heads. But make sure you pull all chemical medias out first. Phosguard you can actually leave in there. I've been told that you can leave that in there, so we'll just go with that. And I gotta say right now, I did test my phosphates. It was at 0.048 for the PO3, PO4. My nitrates are at 1. So this stuff is dying, as you can see in the color of it, but it's not dying and floating around in the tank yet, so I imagine that's probably why that has not been affected yet. But as you can see, everything is looking good. Look at that stuff die off. I can see my corals again. You know, one of the main reasons why I want to show you all this is that I do have a pretty good amount of different corals in here. And I want to show you that they are not being affected. Actually, I did get another polyp off this one. I have 17 now. Euphyllias are really sensitive. This guy, he's doing great. He's been looking that way every single day. My Goniopora, looking good. My Favia, who's hiding behind that big patch of Bryopsis, looking good. This guy is just irritated from the Bryopsis. So, hang in there, buddy. We'll take care of you. Give it like 14 days. All right. So, you poured it in. You took all your medias out. One thing I want to say is make sure your protein skimmer cup is at its highest point. This stuff will foam up like you would not believe. It reacts heavily in the water in your protein skimmer. So I'm going to show you real quick. Sorry about the camera bouncing around real quick, but I'm going to show you what I did because this is kind of important. So here's my protein skimmer, the Reef Octopus BH1000, hanging off the back. This stuff was foaming up and going up into my collection cup. So what I did was I took this bottle and I filled it with some gravel rock, as you can hear, and I stuck that right on top of there to plug it up. Now this air, or the foam, has actually stayed down below this line the whole time, and it's starting to return very nicely into there. I did have some sponges over there to reduce micro bubbles, but for the medication time, I'm just going to let that run as fast as possible down into the return. Add more oxygen in my tank. I'm sure that'll probably be better off for it. I did have a little bit of overflow in the collection cup. What I did was I took some tank water, rinsed it out, put it right back into the return. Boom, medication's back in the tank. Didn't pull anything out. Great. Tank's looking good. And you're seeing the results of it. Hopefully this stuff continues so I can get these guys back to a happy place. This is 40B Nasty out. Take care.